Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're actually doing my sister's makeup, and this is actually my first voiceover ever, so it won't be the best, but I'm gonna try my hardest to make it as good as possible and explain as best as I can. But yeah, let's get started. So pretty much all I'm doing here with her eyebrows is I'm grabbing a pomade and I'm lining the bottom of her eyebrow and moving the product up slowly. Make sure you're not pressing in the eyebrow too hard because you don't want your eyebrows to be too dark, and you want them to look as natural as possible unless you like the extra dramatic eyebrows. But for her eyebrows, I'm actually just kind of going along with her eyebrow. She has a really good shape, so her eyebrows are not hard at all. But yeah, pretty much I'm just doing that, and I'm doing that same thing to the other eyebrow. I'm trying my best to make them look as similar as possible. So now I'm grabbing the Too Faced Born This Way Sculpting Concealer, and all I'm doing is I'm using a thin brush to outline the bottom of the eyebrow, and all I'm pretty much doing is just making sure that that shape that I have is the shape I want. So if you made any mistakes while doing the eyebrow, you can definitely fix it with the concealer, and pretty much just blend downwards. Make sure you're blending as you go because you don't want it to be harder to blend later on. This concealer is actually really good. It doesn't dry up fast, but other concealers might dry up faster. So yeah, just make sure you blend as you go. And I am applying this all over the lid as well. And now what I'm doing is I'm applying this on the top. You don't have to do this step because I know a lot of people don't like to do this step, or actually some people like to do it but with foundation. I personally like to do it with concealer. So I'm just blending the concealer, blending it upwards as well, doing the same thing to the other eyebrow. And here I'm just checking that there's no creases left or anything like that so that I can set. And I'm sitting with my Airspun powder. I love this powder to set the eyes. All I'm doing is just patting it all over the eyelids and make sure you have enough product, but also make sure you don't use too much product. So now I'm moving on with the eyeshadow, and I'm using the James Charles palette from Morphe. I'm starting out with this color. This is gonna be just my transition color. I'm just packing this on the crease. As you can see, I'm kind of like going downwards. I'm like swiping downwards. This will help me keep the product there where I put it initially, and I won't make the mistake of bringing it too far up. So yeah, just make sure you keep blending, and here I'm just gonna keep blending, and then I'm gonna move on to add in another color in a minute. I'm adding that same exact color, but I'm making it a little bit deeper, and I'm just gonna keep blending and making sure I don't go too far up. So just keep it down on the crease. Next color, I'm adding this brown, and I'm keeping this brown right in the crease. I'm making sure I don't put it higher up than the first color because this is kind of defining our look. So yeah, I'm just blending it right there, adding more if I need to. So just start off with a little bit of product and then add as you go. That way you won't make it too dark, or it won't be too light or whatever. So just add as you go. So now I'm gonna go back to the first color, and I'm just blending the two colors together, just making sure they look blended, so you won't have any like harsh lines or anything like that. So yeah, just keep blending that color out and you should be done with the eyeshadow. So now what I'm doing is I'm grabbing the concealer and the flat brush again, and all I'm doing is pretty much kind of like erasing the eyeshadow we had put from the inner corner of your eye all the way to the middle of the eye. And you do have to erase all the way up to your eyebrow, So it's kind of hard to explain, but you can pretty much see what I'm doing right here. And I'm repeating the same process over on the other eye. Now I'm just grabbing the two colors we used for the eyeshadow and I'm blending together. Now with my airspun powder, I'm gonna put it over where I concealed. So now I'm using this Too Faced eyeshadow shimmer, and all I'm doing is I'm just gonna apply it on her crease, on the first part of her crease. Obviously I'm not gonna bring it out to the color or anything like that. So yeah, that's what I'm doing right here. And now I'm repeating the exact same thing on the other eye. Now I'm just doing her eyeliner. I am doing a wing as well. So I'm adding these eyelashes on, and then I'm gonna move on to the Hangover primer. I'm adding it all over her face. I actually really like this primer. Just make sure you use a primer before your foundation so you can have a base under that, and the finish of your foundation is gonna look so much better. For foundation, I'm using the Too Faced Born This Way foundation in the color Almond as well, and I'm applying like little dots all over her face before I begin. I don't like to apply with the sponge right off of the sponge because I feel like it soaks up too much product. So now all I'm doing is blending in tapping motions. I'm not really swiping or anything, I'm just kind of tapping more than anything, and this will make the foundation blend even better and more flawlessly. So yeah, pretty much I'm just taking my time and blending the foundation. So now I'm going to be applying the Born This Way concealer in the color Almond under her eyes, on her forehead, her chin, just on the areas that you want to highlight. And now I'm using the same concealer but in a darker shade to contour. So first I'm blending the darker concealer, which is a contouring part, and then I'm gonna blend the lighter concealer. So now I'm just making sure everything is nicely blended. Now I'm just setting the face with this Fit Me powder, and then I'm gonna move on to bronzer, and I'm using the Too Faced bronzer. After that, I'm gonna move on to blush. I'm using this Milani blush. So now I'm using the Urban Decay setting spray, and I'm just gonna set her face, and after that I'm gonna move on to highlighter. Now I'm just adding my favorite highlighter. Now moving on to lips, I'm gonna line her lips first, and then I'm gonna add the color, which I'm mixing two colors. So I actually have two lip options. The first one on the left is gonna be the first picture you guys see at the end of the video, and then the second one is the second option. So here's the first option. So this is the second color, and this one is called 20. So this is pretty much the end of the video. Make sure you go enter the giveaway. The rules are on my Instagram. I'm gonna leave it down below, and all you have to do pretty much is be subscribed and be following me on Instagram, and that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching.